That's right, Donald Trump. He's not going to be removed from office, but if he does, I'm going to get my, AK-47. Anyway,
and then our content goes down by 80%.
Yeah, well, probably. Anyway, welcome back to the show. It is the Vegas Take. Sharp and Shapiro. So glad he could join us. It's been a few weeks since we had this guy on the show. We always love having him on. Mike Babcock from TMZ Sports. Mike, how's it going, my man? How you doing?
What's up, Mikey?
What's up, fellas? How are you?
Doing great.
I'm doing okay, my friend.
You guys, it's been a while.
It has been a little while. You're a busy guy, Mike. What you been up to?
Nothing fun. Working, holidays.
That's crap.
We had Thanksgiving.
See, now you sound like
showcasing $1 million baseball jerseys.
Now you sound like Donald Trump and you're lying. First of all, you're Mike Babcock from TMZ Sports. You live in L.A. You have a great job. You're a good-looking guy. I say that in a very heterosexual way. And you're a celebrity. You're a popular guy. You have a great job. People would kill to have your position. You're telling me you haven't done anything exciting in the last few weeks. I don't believe you.
Semi-hetero at best.
Yeah, I've done some stuff. You see that baseball? We had that Babe Ruth baseball bat in here this week that's going to sell for like, $1 million plus this weekend. But yeah, I've done some fun stuff personally too. Went out a little bit, had some fun, saw some people. But yeah, I've been having a good time. But I'm glad to be back with you guys.
That's better. Thank you for your honesty. All right, so I want to start with this. So Antonio Brown has a rap song that's out. We want to play a little clip for that for you, and then we want to get your reaction to it. I'm sure you've heard it. Here it is. This is AB with a little rap song. Here it goes.
But I want you now. Sipping on that Hennessy. I know you missing me. Baby girl, give me some distance. And forget everything that you mentioned. Decisions that you made, fuck up.
Actually, it's actually not that bad, actually. It's actually better than I thought it would be. It's better than his grammar. I'll give him that. So, Babcock, what do you make of that?
It's better than a lot of athlete rappers out there. It's not terrible. Antonio Brown teased this. He teased his music, and he was going to talk about a time where he had this big police chase in college and the time he was shot in the ear. So this is something that he's been teasing for some time here. It doesn't sound bad. From everything that I'm being told from people that know him is that he is dying to play football. I think he has a lot of free time on his hands right now. So I think that's, as a result, then we have a rap track there. But I think it's a result of him dying to get back on that football field.
Maybe he should treat women with a little bit more respect.
No, I just think he just needs to fart in more doctors' faces.
Yeah, well,
they'll give him the opportunity.
That too, but you have a story up, Mike Babcock, on TMZ Sports that he's now scorching Ben Roethlisberger, calling him a racist NFL loser. That's not going to help his relationships and getting back to the NFL. Tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, it's like he goes to Twitter the other day and he apologizes and it was very vague, the apology. It was a little strange. He apologized to people that he may have upset and then or anything that he said the wrong way, and then he calls him, a racist and a loser. It's not good. It doesn't help him. This guy has obviously an image problem around the league, and we can debate on here if Ben Roethlisberger is a good guy or a bad guy. We know he got some stuff in his past also, but he just looks unstable when he goes out and he lashes out against Ben Roethlisberger, and like you said, he calls him racist and some other not nice words, and it makes Antonio seem like he doesn't have a grip on his life right now.
Well, and it's bad timing too. Why wasn't he saying this when he was catching 17 touchdowns a year from him? Why is he saying this now? It's kind of like Colin Kaepernick after kneeling after he's suddenly on the bench. So Clinton Portis, another NFL story. Clinton Portis is facing up to 20 years in prison for defrauding the NFL's healthcare plan, the Gene Upshaw healthcare plan. And actually, the late Charles Rogers was involved in this as well. Talk to me about what happened here and how they even managed to defraud the NFL.
Yeah, this is a serious situation here. You got a bunch of former Redskins, not as famous as Clinton Portis, but James Butler, another guy, Ettrick Pruitt, and these guys apparently, according to the government at least, developed this scheme back in 2017, and have taken a whole large chunk of money. The Justice Department involved, so this isn't just like any ordinary state case. The feds are involved, and these guys are facing decades in prison here. They're facing up to 20 years in prison if it's proven that they actually did in fact take this money, and it's a serious situation. I know Clinton a little bit, and I talked to some people who are close to him today, and that they maintain their innocence here, and they say they didn't intend to do anything wrong. But it's not a good situation if in fact it is true that they took this money that was supposed to be allotted for the health of players.
How much money was it that they took?
They say more than $3 million.
Wow.
Which is not a huge amount when you think about how many guys we're talking about. Not just talking about Clinton Portis. You're talking about a group of men here, but still, they do say it was more than $3 million that was defrauded.
So, Mike, we have this story of a professional hockey franchise and a professional hockey player, and we see this picture of blackface where apparently a staffer on this team used blackface for Halloween. Talk to me a little bit about this.
Yeah, this was back in 2011, and they had a players-only holiday party, and this guy who was the equipment manager dressed up as a black player on the hockey team. I guess he thought that was funny for some reason, and 8 years later, that this whole situation is coming to light, and the player is upset about it. He obviously was upset about it at the time, but it's something that has upset him. What makes matters worse here is that the equipment manager is still employed by the hockey club. So at this very day, he is working for them, and it's I know it's something that they're exploring all avenues, legally and otherwise, because it's something that this guy says he was really hurt by, didn't really know how to handle it, and it's just I don't know why we keep seeing this. It seems like it's like every time Halloween rolls around, and I understand this was a couple of years ago, but it seems that people are still making this mistake. Do not dress in blackface. Just don't do it.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that Trudeau was working for a professional hockey team. That's news to me. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Before he got into politics.
Yeah, with Don Cherry. So a game last night, NCAA hoops player Kofi Cockburg from University of Illinois. He scores a basket against Michigan. It's a very heated game. He basically punches the air, and his hand comes down on the referee's head. And this guy's 7 foot, 290 pounds. He's a big guy. The referee ends up going to the hospital. What happened here? And is this ref going to be okay?
Yeah, it seems like he's going to be okay. I've talked to people at the school and talked to people from the conference, and it does seem like he's going to be okay. It was more of an observation type of deal when he went to the hospital. But when you watch that video, you see he was badly hurt. And I see some people saying, "Oh, it doesn't look like he got hit that hard." But like you said, JD, this guy is huge. He's a massive man, and to get hit, with the pointy part of the elbow on the head, it made for a scary situation. And obviously, Kofi, I don't think there was any intention of harm there. He was pumped up, and he was celebrating, and just the referee happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But it does seem like he is going to be okay.
So I want to get your thoughts on Garrett Cole signing this massive 9-year deal for $324 million with the New York Yankees. You're a Yankees guy yourself.
I'm excited. Yeah,
you are excited. I mean, I have them to. I think that either they're going to win the most games in Major League history next year with their team, or he's going to get hurt in the first 2 months, and it's going to be a problem. Like, what do you think is going to happen with this?
Oh, well, I hope not what you said. I hope it's the first option. They won 103 games last year, and Luis Severino didn't pitch until the playoffs, and they obviously didn't have Garrett Cole. You could, easily make an argument that he was the most dominant pitcher in the league last year. So I think they are going to be formidable. I mean, look, with or without Garrett Cole, they're going to win, somewhere around 100 games next year. I don't think they're bringing him in to win regular season games. I obviously think this is to win the World Series. I don't think it's guaranteed. I see a lot of Yankee fans and just baseball fans in general essentially saying we should call off the season next year, and I don't think that's the case. Look at the Astros. You go back to last year, and you look at that roster, and you say, hey, there's no way that this team doesn't win the World Series. And with the year that Cole had and Verlander, they still didn't win the World Series. So I think nothing is guaranteed. I think you can guarantee yourself winning 100 games, but you can't guarantee yourself a World Series, especially in a short series. Who knows what happens? But I think it's a move that the Yankees had to make. I think that this is obviously a guy that they've been wanting to get since they drafted him, and he decided to go to college. And then when they could not make the trade with the Pirates, because the Pirates wanted some Yankees prospects that they didn't want to chip in there. So I know this is a guy that they've wanted for a long time. I think it's a move they had to make. I agree with everybody that towards the back end of the contract, it's probably not going to look great. He's clearly not going to be the same dominant pitcher.
No, there's no chance.
Hopefully be next year. But with all that said, I think it's a deal that had to be made. And also, look, maybe 35, 36, 37 million. now that sounds like a lot, but who knows where baseball contracts go? So maybe 7, 8, 9 years from now, maybe that number is not that outrageous of a number. Maybe at that point there are pitchers who are making $45 million a year. I mean, I think that's well within the realm of possibility. So maybe the contract doesn't look as bad and doesn't saddle them as much towards the end of the deal as the people think it's going to.
All right, Mike. Mike, we always appreciate you taking some time to join us, man. Have a very boring weekend because I know your life your life is just so boring.
Crazy this weekend, just for you guys.
Good.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of your weekend, Mikey, have you ever been to Sir?
Yes, yeah.
You have? Is the food good?
Because people like to, you know what it is, JD? People like to, because of the TV show,
right.
People like to go to Sir. So if I have a family come in town, they all want to go. Let's go see the restaurant from the TV show. So yes, I've been to Sir a couple times.
All right. Well, have fun, Mike. Have a very exciting weekend, and we expect you to fill us in next week. Thanks for coming on, Mike.
You guys live in Vegas too, so let's not act like you have.
Hey, listen.
No, he makes it sound like we live in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Listen, I never said I live.
You're in Vegas.
I never said I lived a boring. I never said I lived a boring life, but I'm not Mike Babcock from TMZ Sports. That's all I'm saying. All right. That's all I'm saying. All right, Mr. Babcock.
All right, let's all go out and have fun this weekend.
Let's do it. All right, Mike. Thanks for coming on, my man.
Yeah,
I appreciate
Mike.
it.
Thanks, guys.
He is Mike Babcock from TMZ Sports. Man, they do such a great job over there. All right, when we come back, we've talked a lot over the last few days about UNLV football's new hire of Marcus Arroyo. What are some former UNLV legends saying about it? What is the athletic director saying about the hire? And what is Marcus Arroyo saying about it? We will discuss that coming up next. You're listening to the Vegas Take right here, the all-new 101.5 FM 720 AM KDON.